Hi there, handbaggers, and welcome to the Duck's Nest. This is the Military Mom, and in this video I am going to share the bag of the day, and I want to also share a bag that I have had in my collection for a minute, but that I just carried for the first time last week. And the bag of the day is this one. This is the Louisa shoulder bag by Dooney & Bourke. This bag is from the Montecatini line, and she is a very supple, lightweight, very simple bag, and the interior only has one pocket for organization, and it's an all leather bag with virtually no hardware. And let me show you what I'm carrying. I am carrying some things that I need to mail and a notebook. And I am carrying my Bible, and I am carrying, I have some masks, and the Coach horse and carriage pouch that is holding my wallet, and then my glasses case, of course, my keys, and my Dooney & Bourke large frame kiss lock purse, and then this horse and carriage pouch is what I am carrying my keys in. So that is the bag of the day. Now, the bag that I have had in my collection for a minute that I want to share with you is this one. This, handbaggers, is the Swagger shoulder bag by Coach. This bag is from the 1941 collection, so it's an all leather bag, and those of you who follow my channel or who drop by occasionally already know why I bought this bag. But there is a backstory and a couple of points that I want to bring out about this bag. So the backstory is I am subscribed to Purse Demented's channel, and several years ago she featured her Coach Swagger satchel in the 27 size, and it was a black on black bag with a matte finish similar to this one. You all, I fell hard for that bag, and I went on a search for it, could not find it at the price that I wanted to pay, and in searching I came across this bag, and I bought it for several reasons, but I also had some reservations about this bag because this bag has some quirks that I will share with you. So the reason I bought it, number one, is because it's from the 1941 collection. Number two, it's in my favorite color combination, which is black and tan. And number three, all of this texture, right? So let me take you through the bag, then I'll show you what it holds, and then I will point out some quirks along the way. All right, so starting at the top, there are grommets engraved with the name Coach, where the shoulder strap is attached, and then you have all of this smooth glove tanned leather real estate for the flap, which is broken up excuse me, by whip stitching. And then you have dark copper hardware, then this leather band, and then all of this quilting and these rivets. And let me show you the side of the bag, because this is another reason that I love the 1941 collection. So the rivets and the quilting on the front carry through to the side of the bag, and look at this, you all. The inverted pleat. Coach carried the rivets and the quilting to the depths of this pleat. Now, they could have just put the rivets and the quilting on the front, but they didn't. They carried it around not only to the side of the bag, but they carried it around to the back of the bag as well, where you will see a leather pocket. Now, the rivets do not carry into the pocket, but the quilting does. And then there is smooth glove tan leather on the bottom of the bag, no feet, but because of the inverted pleat that make up the side of the bag, This bag stands and it's pretty structured. All right, so let's start with the top of the bag. And one of the quirks about this bag is the way, well, not the way, it's the strap itself. And actually the strap is one of my favorite features of the bag because I'm not a real big fan of an all metal strap. The chain straps I'm not a big fan of. They're noisy, they're uncomfortable, and I think I have only one in my collection. That's my Coach Cassidy, but this has a strap that is made of leather with metal accents, and look at the metal accents, you all. It's interlocking C's with the same color hardware as the rivets. And this strap is bicolored. It is adjustable. Can you see the pegs there? Now, one of the quirks is how the strap attaches. So there is a button there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to bring it in close, but the camera is doing some strange things with the lighting when I bring it in close. Anyway, there's a button there, and you press the button and pull up to disengage the strap. Now, there's also a little hook that is operated by that button. I don't know if you all can see the little hook, but to engage it, you press the hook and you push the peg down, and I pull up on it gently just to be sure it is fully engaged. So the thought that I had about this strap and the way it attaches is, if for some reason this little peg and hook and button mechanism fails, what am I going to do for a strap? Because as you will see, there are no D-rings on this bag. So if it fails, I will literally have to look for another strap with the same mechanism that I can use as a strap for this bag. And I don't know how easy these straps are to find, but that's not a concern. It's just a thought that I had when I was considering purchasing this bag. So that's one of the quirks. The other quirk is this pocket on the back. So the only reason I care about an exterior pocket is for ease of access of my phone. And I carry an i6, it's a very small phone, but this pocket still will not accommodate my phone because it is too short and too shallow. If Coach had elongated this and carried it through even to right here, to this channel, then my i6 would have laid horizontally. As it is, it doesn't, and I tried to fit it in here vertically, and it's so shallow that I was afraid the phone would fall out, so I pretty much don't use this back pocket. But I think what Coach did was, from an aesthetic point, they made the pocket line up with the curve of the flap and where it terminates, so they just carried it down. And yeah, but for my purposes, not very useful. So that's another quirk of this bag. Now I'm going to show you the biggest reservation I had about this bag, and that was ease of access. Because the way you access this bag is pretty easy, honestly, to access with one hand, because all you have to do is put your hand here and pop this magnetic button. So let me show you that it's buried under the flap and then under this leather piece. So you pop it, you disengage it, you pull it up, and then it opens to all this gorgeous leather, right? So let's start with the flap. Look at this whip stitching. Again, another sign of quality in the 1941 collection, because Coach carried it through to the underside of the flap. They did not have to do that. And then this right here is just where the flap attaches. And then you have 3 compartments. The first compartment, the middle compartment, which is lined in the 1941 fabric that I love almost as much as the Dooney and Bourke Birdseye or gingham fabric. And then the back compartment, and on the back wall you will see the 1941 Creed on the storage patch. So because the back pocket does not accommodate my phone, I've been carrying, well, the one time I carried my phone in the center zip, which was fine because it easily accommodates my phone and pretty easy to access. So the reservation about this closure was more about closing it than opening it, because you can open it with one hand and it's not so easy to close with one hand. Here, let me put my essentials in and I will show you all what I mean. So I'm going to pop the Dooney & Bourke cosmetic case back there, and then I'm going to put my glasses case in here, and then let me grab my wallet. And so she accommodates my essentials, but to close it, I literally had to lay the bag on its back, thread this flap through, and pull it, and listen for it to pop to make sure that it was engaged. You all, I'm not trying to do all that. This is a cluster as far as I'm concerned. I actually enjoyed carrying the bag, but doing all of that to get it to close, I just didn't want to be bothered with. And I thought about that before I bought the bag. But let me show you how it looks if you don't make sure that it's closed properly. This is how it looks. And I am all about ease of access when it comes to a bag. So I have a lot of bags that I will leave open at the top. This is not one of them. I do not like this look. So when it's packed, I have to go through all of this to make sure that it closes. So another quirk about the Coach Swagger shoulder bag. But it was a very comfortable carry. It did not fall off my shoulder. I loved the look. It is a beautiful piece. So yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to share with you all. One other thing I wanted to share is this flap. Now, I don't know if you all can see it, but because this is smooth glove tan leather, the opening and the closing and the opening and the closing, the repetition may cause a crease, and you can already see that it's developing. And when I bought this bag, it was brand new. So yeah, beautiful bag with some quirks, but since it's not an everyday carry, I'm not really concerned about everything that I have shared with you, but I did want to draw your attention to it just in case you're considering the Coach shoulder bag in the Swagger line. All right, that is all that I wanted to share with you all. Stay tuned for some mod shots. Thank you so much for dropping by, and as always, happy carrying.